WIDR Kalamazoo.
Yo, what's up, Kalamazoo, Michigan?
What up?
You're listening to 89.1 WIDR FM.
You know what it is.
Absolutely. Yo, what are we talking about today, Ryan? Wait. Before we
I
do
was gonna say, we're getting right into it.
I mean, the audience already knows.
What are they listening to?
Kzoo Food. Your favorite food-based program from a student-run radio station in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
That's 89.1 WIDR FM.
89.1, baby.
Kzoo Food, the award-winning
Award-winning
audio
podcast, entertainment talk show program. Oh, man.
Who's on the mic?
Oh, we got Cully Cooper as always.
It's Ryan Misiak, folks. You know what it is.
We got a classic episode coming at you.
This is the episode.
This is the episode. I don't think I've ever been more both prepared and scared for an episode.
Oh wow! What a phrase.
I know, man.
Scared and prepared, or prepared and scared?
Both, dude. Because today we're talking about hot sauce.
You know it. You love it.
You put it
If
on
you
everything.
don't, you gotta love it.
Yeah. If you don't love it, you gotta love it. Because I mean, you and I were talking earlier, and you and I are both, for lack of a better word, spice fiends.
Spice fiends. It just gotta be there. If it's not on the table, I'm not eating there.
No, sir. I'm out. Spicy.
You ever
sauce
felt like that?
Is so good.
You
Yeah.
ever felt like it's like, wow, this food would go great with one of these hundreds of hot sauces that we'll cover today.
All of the hundreds of hot sauces we have.
The fact that there's not a bottle here, I'm unsatisfied.
Me too, man, because we're eating up this show, and I don't got the hot sauce to complement it. No, I mean, I'm not embarrassed to ask for it at a restaurant. I'm off. If anything,
embarrassed?
No, I'm not. I'm
because it should be out already.
Privileged. Yeah. If anything, I'm embarrassed for them because they didn't decide. They didn't have the foresight.
Yeah.
To think I was gonna need it, to know I was gonna need it, and
instead they got a nice bottle of Heinz on the table.
Yeah, Heinz, and like a little mustard that is so flimsy because all of the mustard is settled now at the bottom and it hasn't been refilled. That I gotta shake and then squeeze and it'll splurt. It's not there. But once the hot sauce is there,
everything's okay.
Everything's fine.
Everything's
and you see that. You see that, like
great.
that little film of reddish hue kind of cling to the inside of the bottle from like where it once was.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like when like the water rises and it like leaves like a stain on whatever, like the rocky shore or whatever.
Exactly, and it like this crystalled like hot sauces on the side, and then you shake it up, it all kind of comes back together.
Oh yeah,
and I actually it's such a beautiful sight.
Paints the inside of that glass bottle.
Yeah, stained glass. The first stained glass was actually
it's a hot sauce bottle.
Hot sauce bottle.
You heard it here, folks.
This is true. That is absolutely true.
Oh my gosh.
But like,
let's just get right into
so
it.
Good, dude.
What is hot sauce, Cully?
That's a great question, Ryan. I mean, what is hot sauce? Hot sauce is just, I think at the end of the day, if we're trying to get a definition here, and if our audience is trying to like get this core meaning of what it is, I think a hot sauce is a liquid that is distributable on a applicant.
Wow.
And like some sort of food, and is spicy in its nature.
Wow.
I think those are the criteria for a hot sauce. But then I'm gonna take it one step further, because then salsa could be hot sauce, and in a way it kind of is.
Thick, chunky hot sauce.
Yeah, but I think then if we're trying to be a little bit more stipulative, trying to be one barrier thick, I think it has to be a homogeneous total. It has to be in and of itself a liquid without chunks. Yeah. I think then we're at least minimal chunks.
I was gonna say,
there's some hot sauces that I do spoon and are kind of they're more pasty.
I think
but
like
they're
a salsa,
still
like not a salsa verde, but like a green hot sauce.
Yeah, something like that. Or like
Definitely
a fresher hot sauce. They still have this sort of chunk remnant of this some
whatever,
errant cell structure from whatever.
Because homemade hot sauces tend to also be a little bit more,
quite a bit chunky. You know, they don't go through that strain or anything. But most people are eating is a bottled hot sauce, because the process of making a hot sauce isn't a day-to-day operation, although it can be.
And
recently I
let us hear
I just sent you some pictures yesterday of my harvest, bro. I had, so for our audience at home, is I plant peppers. I grow peppers with my dad at our home, and every year we have a harvest. And this year I grew a bad amount of peppers, man. Too many.
What peppers can you?
Anaheims and jalapenos were the two I made here. Specifically, I wanted to make like a green salsa here, but a lot of my Anaheims ended up being red, which is okay. And so the hot sauce I do have is quite as orangish. What happens when you combine green and red becomes orange, apparently, in that final product. But
it lightened up a little bit.
It lightened up quite a bit. But I mean, the color. So what I had done eventually, because I had so many, I had to ferment them.
Yeah.
And most hot sauces come from fermented peppers for a couple reasons. When you ferment them, you don't have to worry about them going bad. But ultimately, fermenting gives a great flavor.
Yeah.
The flavor we have, that's why you can't just take fresh peppers, blend it up with vinegar, and make hot sauce. I mean, you can, but that's like it's going to be very fresh, very bright, very powerful. And it won't be that same taste. But your Tabascos, your Franks, your Srirachas, all of those use fermented peppers.
What does it round out the flavor a little bit?
Nullify.
I don't want to say nullify, but
it complexifies.
Oh, interesting.
It goes through other developments, and it becomes, greater than the sum of its parts, which I think is something we see a lot on this show. It then develops this flavor, makes it a little funky, kind of gives it that tang that hot sauce has. I think that's part of like the addicting factor. It's like that same tang that's almost on a Cheeto. That is like, I know it's hard to describe, but like it's
that funk.
That funk. That
I think
funk.
what you said, it's funky. A lot of these hot sauces,
so
maybe not
funky.
all of them, but they do have that weird like funk to it.
There's something
that feng shui.
That feng shui. Yeah. And what really well said, Ryan. Yeah, the feng shui. And you had said like, why didn't you bring any today? And if I opened it up in here, we would have been kicked out of this space.
Had to evacuate the building.
We would have had to go, man. Like, God forbid that doorknob doesn't work. We could have died in here. It was so pungent, dude. I had to open up the windows in my kitchen, bro. I was gonna kill my roommates. I was gonna gas them out.
Yeah.
And so ultimately, I blended up the fermented peppers.
Okay.
Many of which molded. I did incorrectly.
Oh.
Probably 90% of it molded, but a lot of those were experiments that were failed.
Learning.
We love
to learn.
Don't we?
And learning takes failure at times.
And now think of all the successes I'll have in the future. Because of those failures.
Based on that experience you gained.
Exactly. So I take the ones that succeeded, I blend them up with my vinegar and a little bit of salt and some garlic, some fresh garlic, and I take that through the NutriBullet, and I do it until it can get
processor.
It's like a blender that encourages homogenization.
Homogenization.
The homogeneity of everything that I put into it.
a lot of words.
A lot of good stuff. Anyway, take that in, and then I jarred it up. But I tried it, man, with a Tostito scoop. Ooh, it's spicy. First off, it's incredibly spicy. Way spicier than I intended it to be. So something happened there. Secondly, the garlic flavor is incredible because I had some fermented garlic in there too, with some fermented onions in there too.
Oh my gosh!
And the flavor is there. The flavor is there, and I really do like the taste.
You gotta buy some cute little glass bottles. Bottle that up. I
already got them.
Start smacking like some nifty brand title on there.
What should I call them, bro?
Cully's
Culinary
Just Cully's.
Cully's, that's a good one.
Cully's in like an extremely photoshopped smile on your face.
Big teeth,
like big massive balloon head Cully or something.
A big eye, so you know, like click on it.
Maybe like you know how like when someone's face turns like bright red from when they
when they have the smoke
come out of the ears.
Cully,
take a drop of Cully's.
Dude, I
put
love
a drop
that.
on anything.
Dude, I should bring some from the office.
I asked you today. Where is it at? You know, I love my hot sauce, so I gotta try it.
It's to the point where the funk is almost so overwhelmingly powerful that it is. I'm like, I think I might even have to do another cut with vinegar. Like, I think I might have done too little vinegar.
Oh, understood.
To the point where like I might want it to be more of like a Tabasco, and that it is vinegar dominant, but then has some of that funk. Right now, it's like it's Funk City with a little bit of vinegar. And like it's viscous. It's like a salsa. It still has. Like a lot.
It looked like it in the picture.
For sure.
I was and you know, I think it comes down to like there's so many different ways to create these beautiful flavor profiles that you want in a hot sauce. That's necessary at times, and that's what you're looking for, especially like when it comes to the beautiful Mexican and like Hispanic cuisine that we love. I think that thicker hot sauce is like crucial in some of that.
It goes real nice on a taco.
Oh my gosh!
What I ended up doing, and bro, this is crazy. Is so I had some leftover chili I made for the Super Bowl, which I just love chili so much. And so but to like revive it, to kind of like resurrect it, like it like post it'd been in the fridge for a little bit, lost some of its water content. What I'll do is I'll fry some onions in a pan just to kind of get some more freshness in there. I did 2 spoonfuls of that sauce, and that just like I let that fry. The hot sauce fry in the pan with the onions, and then I did some chili, like a good amount of water to kind of like put some water back in the chili, because I'm about to cook most of that off again. Yeah, essentially rehydrate it, and then but it's gonna steam off as I reheat it on the pan.
Maybe.
And then so I let that all kind of come together. Perfect.
Well,
got a little bit of that fermented taste, but I didn't die. Like, I didn't feel bad, which is what I was
that is mission number 1.
That was mission number 1. Like, before I let anyone else try this, I had like a nice big sizable bite of
you gotta test your product first.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hurt my friends and family by
here, try this real quick. You're really gonna be the first one.
Dude, right now I might be killing them with the spores that the ones that molded are. I gotta figure out what to do with those, man.
That's hilarious. It's like some penicillin in the air or whatever.
Maybe I'm helping them out. Get
penicillum.
Them through. But that's fermenting. That's where the flavor comes from these hot sauces and
fermenting
and why we put things on.
How and
that? Oh God, great question, Ryan. So maybe I'm not the expert because a lot of them broke or a lot of them didn't work. But I'll speak to experience.
Yeah, which is what you did. Let us know what you did.
So this is what I did. And this is what I know you're supposed to do. So you're supposed to take your vegetable or anything you're fermenting, and you're trying to get a solution of water.
Okay.
And salt.
Yeah.
And there's the best form of water to do for this is like distilled water or something like that. But you can use your regular tap water. And then there's a certain type of salt.
Less minerals in distilled?
I think just like, and you're going to guarantee there's no bacteria in that.
No contaminants?
Exactly right. And make sure all your jars, all your equipment is unbacterialized, because what you're trying to do is create
it, or what do you?
You can, but I just use really hot water and wash them out.
Oh yeah, okay.
Maybe you're supposed to sanitize them. Most people recommend soaking them in alcohol.
Pressure cook or something, maybe? Alcohol?
Just soak it in alcohol, let that dry off.
That sounds like that'll do it.
Yeah, that'll kill it, for sure. Then you want your appropriate ratio of water and salt together, and you just do that off weight, and I think it's like 0.03% or 0.3%. A lot of salt, because a decent amount. You want that water to be salty, and then you want to fill your jar with your veggies, and then you want to fill it so the water is above the line of the veggies. So you're creating an anaerobic environment. No oxygen is supposed to touch the vegetables. They do, mold will happen.
Mold comes, yeah.
What I did is my fermentation weights just either like went off to the side and some veggies went up and it molded, or I used clementines as fermentation weights because I was trying to be silly, apparently.
Fermentation weights.
It's just to keep everything down below the water line.
And this is inside the jar?
Inside the jar. It's usually like a glass puck or a ceramic puck or something like that.
I could imagine it was something that's not organic.
I use shot glasses for a lot of them. But for the ones I didn't have shot glasses for, I just put a whole clementine in it.
Interesting.
And sealed it. And my thought process was, that should work. I don't know why. But those ones were the worst. Though I created realms.
Wow.
With those ones.
Whole new worlds.
I remember one of them, I opened it up and it was like, and below is like a half clementine. And like above is just like this like geographical, puffy,
like Earth, from space or something.
I felt like a god, man. I felt cool. Yeah.
Hey, I mean that's just life, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so, but you let those go for 6 months. Is how long?
6 months. Wow.
6 months ago, I started this project.
And the fermentation process, what does it do to the organic materials that you're trying to ferment? Because usually you can do like
creating yeast. I think
you can ferment a lot, like meats as well as.
I don't know if you want to ferment. I think you could.
Like, I'm just trying to think. I guess I'm thinking of like pickling.
Pickling's a little different. Pickling's vinegar. What fermentation? The benefit is what you're creating is microbacteria. There's living organisms now that are prolonging your food organically. With pickling is you're literally preserving that by killing everything.
Okay, interesting.
By making such a salty, vinegary, acidic environment that it pickles and preserves it. This is creating an environment
for the right bacteria, essentially. The ones that you're
good
looking
gut
for.
flora. But then destroying all of them by soaking them in vinegar afterwards.
My gosh,
I'm after the flavor here. I'm purely after the flavor. All those bacteria have now met a cruel fate in that blender, man.
Word.
With that vinegar. And that's what you're trying to do. And it's really about the flavor and the preservation.
Okay.
Fermentation. I mean, some of the best foods out there are fermented sauerkraut.
Wow.
Trying to think of kimchi.
Kimchi, yeah. Our Eastern friends. Yeah.
Our Eastern friends giving us those. Oh gosh, dude? See, like, and that's where it's at, man. That's the flavor. That's like, I think that was like humankind's first step towards being like, dang, we can do some real cool stuff with like just by waiting. Just by like soaking and waiting. And boom, they figued it out.
Yeah.
And like even to this day.
Does fermenting draw a lot of the I guess the water that's inside these foods out? I could think the salt maybe would like dehydrate just a little, not like dehydrate, but like essentially like wrinkle and like what would you call that?
I think that's a good wrinkle feels right. I think desiccate is kind of like the word. Not desiccate, because that means like to put into a bunch of different pieces. But it does do something to like the cellular structure.
Breaks it
down. Weakens it a little bit. So like something fermented, like a fermented asparagus, is going to be much easier to bite into than like the raw asparagus that you first put in there. Fermented asparagus, shout out.
Gosh, you're making me hungry on this
I know.
show.
Why do we?
What an interesting show.
We
though.
do
I feel
this
like this is like
at 2. I don't eat lunch like
before
class either.
I guess it leaves us ready to eat when we're done. But I think this is funny because I can imagine half the audience is like near like gagging point for us to talk about fermentation, and the other half is like mouth watering.
100%.
I feel like these are the flavor profiles which you either love or you hate. At
first, when I opened up the one that worked, the one jar, my baby, literally my progeny. This is the only one I labeled.
Yeah.
The one I took my time with. Of course, that's the one that worked. You know,
Good.
what a metaphor, right?
Yeah.
Like one of them, because I literally had like 16, so I was the first one I did.
Hey, that's power numbers. Huh?
I know, right? Yeah. But I opened it, bro. I smelled it, and I didn't even know if I was gonna like it.
Oh, dang.
And I didn't at first. I was so funky to me. I had to wrap my mind and then fully accept that it wasn't going to hurt me. And then I was able to enjoy it. But like my body was telling me like, are you sure you want to eat that? Like you don't often in this state and age
over the toilet for the next 3 days.
Get that feeling. But dude, I literally might have been.
Yeah.
Like, I might have had to.
Who knows?
I took that risk. Yeah, and maybe it's a time
waiting.
bomb.
It's a time bomb.
It's waiting until I have to go see my girlfriend
gosh,
and visit
hilarious.
my folks this weekend.
On the train.
On the train. I just feel so bad.
Oh, God, I'm feeling the hot sauce kicking in. Hey, conductor, can we turn it around?
Sorry, baby. Sorry, fam. I gotta stay.
I'm not feeling too good.
Oh, man.
I can't see out of my left eye.
Occupied.
Yeah,
I'm blind.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I mean,
but why don't we move on? Fermentation is
that's key.
Thank
to
you
what
for
we're
sharing.
talking about.
That is so fun.
Because we got a packed episode here because we got to talk about application.
Application. We fermented it. We made this beautiful hot sauce. Not we, but you. But
as the collective consciousness, we made it.
We made it.
Yeah.
What do we put our hot sauces on? I think hot sauce is a key there because I feel like each hot sauce has like a marriage that works perfectly with
100%,
that
and not just
specific
on,
one,
but also in
with
and around,
or just amongst. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for you, Ryan, when you think of like, say, we'll take this fermented one. When you think of those like classic like fresh salsa hot sauces, what are you usually putting that on?
Tacos,
dude. 100%,
tacos,
right?
No doubt.
Sweet, spicy, like
funky,
bright.
and it worked with the like the umami greasy flavor of like whatever meat you're putting in. Like I'm thinking of like carnitas.
Yeah, we're just kind of find its own inside the meat in a way.
I guess that like the spice pork. Yeah,
I think so.
Gosh, I mean, it goes well with so much, but I think when it comes to taco, and we're talking about that thick, gotta go with taco.
Oh, 100%. For me, I think we got to move on to more of the like vinegary style, like the typical hot sauces. Dude, like to me, I can't think of like a better like dish, the one that represents the potential of hot sauce as a flavor more than buffalo wings.
Ooh, yeah, no doubt.
Those things like get me away. I mean, I know we were talking about buffalo chicken dip on
so good.
the dip episode, which shout out last week's episode. Yeah. Great episode.
Wow.
Go check that out on the YouTube, 89.1 WIDR FM.
I don't think it's up yet. Oh, Fruits and Veggies was.
Oh my god.
Actually, it'll be up today.
It'll be up by
which is last week for
which is like, but it's perfect for the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Really.
Post Super Bowl vibes. Anywho's, I mean, buffalo chicken, bro. I go crazy. I had some this last Sunday. So my roommate made buffalo chickpea dip.
Wow.
Just as good. Just as good.
Wow.
The chicken does something, but this is a whole other thing. I loved it. It was incredible.
So we're talking about that like buffalo flavor?
That buffalo sauce.
What is the buffalo flavor? Do we know?
Buffalo is I don't even it's Frank's, bro.
Yeah.
Buffalo is Frank's plus butter, I think. Like whenever I make buffalo sauce with my cousin, it's butter and Frank's Red Hot.
Yeah. Woo! There goes the lights. There goes the lights. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
That light upgrade. But anytime I make buffalo sauce, it's just butter and Frank's Red Hot. It's delicious.
So good.
To like put that, and my cousin also made homemade chicken wings for the Super Bowl.
Nothing like homemade chicken wings.
Just drizzle that on the thing. Oh my god.
Drench it, dip it, both.
Send it. It's you'll remember when like, and that reminds me just because I'm just thinking now.
Yeah.
I guess I can say it. Middle Eastern appetite. You know, they got the shawarma wrap and they got that hot sauce there. Dude, that combo. That combo.
The shawarma and the hot sauce?
Yeah, shawarma and the hot, like it needs it in a way. I just love that like spicy bite in that Mediterranean wrap.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So good.
I really want to go, dude. Shout out Middle Eastern appetite.
Yeah, shout outs. I feel like there's also so many, hot sauces are just so good. They can go in on or around anything.
And there's so many different brands too.
Even like eggs.
What to you was the best egged hot sauce? Like if you're going eggs, what
like Frank's is typically what I hear. But Tabasco's good.
Tabasco.
Are we going into brands now?
I think we should. Some people hate on Tabasco. I think it's a good one to talk about.
We need to bring it up.
What do you think that is?
I don't know, because I love Tabasco. Tabasco's great.
What do you like about it?
I love every and any hot sauce. I don't think there's one that I've had I'm like, this isn't good.
What about Tabasco for you makes it? Because for a lot of people, they don't like it.
It's very viscous, watery,
Inviscous,
unviscous,
anti-viscous.
Anti-viscous. It's very anti-viscous. It's really watery. It's vinegary.
So vinegary. You could like, you can see like it's vinegar, but like it has like little floating things in it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Why people hate on it. I truly don't.
I can see where it's coming from, but I think it's misplaced. It is vinegary, but that's part of its appeal. Like if you just don't like vinegary hot sauce, then don't have it. Like try one of the other ones that aren't as vinegary, but like hot sauce in of itself, at least those styles are very vinegary.
Yeah, no doubt.
But like Tabasco, it's sharp.
It is very sharp. It cuts through.
Doesn't it kind of hit you like here,
like right behind the molars?
Yeah, that's kind of like that's where we're both kind of pointing at. Like I don't know. It's like on the sides of your mouth.
That's a great way to describe it.
It's very so sharp. It's almost like, I hate saying this, but like metallic in the sweet way.
Yeah, it is very metallic. Now that you said it before earlier, and I was like, oh wow, it's an interesting way to put it. Definitely metallic is in like, it almost feels like you're a little bit like battery acid in a way.
A little bit. Just a little bit like battery acid. Yeah, I mean, I can't deny that it does kind of have that. I just can't think of a better word than metallic. Like nothing like coats the tongue like that. But to me, it is pretty metallic. But then it's got this cousin.
Tabasco to me also tastes a little fruity at times. I don't know if that's just me.
Might be a little bit, but I kind of understand what you mean. It has like this sweetness that's like almost like raspberry. Kind of.
I don't even know. I feel like I'd have to take a little douse of it.
We should mark our words. We have to do a hot ones episode.
That'd be hilarious.
At least like to be here and to taste and then to evaluate. I think would be much more advantageous.
Yeah, no doubt.
And fun.
Tabasco.
And then its cousin, I'd kind of say, is Frank's. Frank's is like the fun dude. Like Tabasco's
it's like the cool uncle.
Yeah. It's like it's not as cowboy like Old West. It's like I'm cool. I'm here to party.
What up? It's Frank.
Yeah, Frankie. And Frank's got original. Frank's got
Buffalo.
They
have their own buffalo.
They have their proprietary buffalo.
They got a lot.
They got
a massive bottle.
What is it with the standard Frank's bottle? Like there's the restaurant one,
it's
but then there's
3
like the
years
fridge
worth of
one.
hot sauce.
It's like, oh
actually,
my God.
I think it's great they do the big bottle because I'll run through it quick.
What? Oh, 100%. Because dude, okay,
it's good.
I have to admit, Frank's does taste better than Tabasco. I think the application is different.
I think that's an opinion, but.
No, 100%.
I think it's more rounded.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm tasting like, I don't know. It feels like it almost like has butter in it. Like it's more,
something about it. It's definitely it's just
more like for lack of a better word, creamy than like it has like a creaminess to it.
It has more of a base to it.
Yeah, certainly, and it's not nearly as spicy as Tabasco.
No,
like
I love that spice. I gotta have that spice.
Yeah,
that's why I think Frank's is a little bit. It just tastes like glorified ketchup at times.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, I love Frank's, and it's great. But like when I really want some hot sauce, I want to be crying when I'm eating hot sauce.
Wow, man,
and I want the good flavor too. I don't want.
Dude, you're getting me so hungry right now. I'm gonna have to do something when I get home.
Yeah, same here.
What?
Just eat hot sauce.
Dude,
actually, like, one of my favorite pastimes when I was a kid is going to a lot of restaurants and just saying, bring out a basket of hot sauces for me. And either I'll do a spoonful or a dip, like a fingerful of each. Or like sometimes I kind of get some saltines or something.
Ryan, dude, we must have lived. Me too.
What is it? What is it about? Like, I don't even know. I don't care what brand it is. Just give me anything.
Dude,
that you got.
I love at restaurants when they're like, which hot sauce do you want? I always go, bring them all, bring them all,
please.
Dude. And it's nice, when they got like local Michigan hot sauces or something like
just
that.
Anything
I'm like,
local,
oh my God.
anything not I can't see at the store. If I want like Benny's Butter Butts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, what? And it's got some crazy graphic on it.
Ypsilanti Yankee Udall.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the heck is this, man?
Any dumb fun name.
Like the Paw Pucker Puncher. I'm like, okay.
And like someone's like, you gotta bleep the names out. Like, so hot F you. It's like, what? Why are you yelling at me? You want me to
like one will be called like Dime of Death or something.
Yeah,
or
literally,
like that
something like, do I want to be eating this? Yeah, I do.
I do. Oh my god. Well,
So
yeah,
fun.
Same, man.
Trying different stuff. You get new flavor profiles, especially when a lot of those like small brands and local brands will incorporate like the most wacky combinations. I think a lot of fruit comes through in some of these hot sauces as well.
I recently had a pineapple hot sauce, and it was yellow in its color.
Gosh,
I love
that's
it.
one I had. Mango. I mean, mango goes in a lot of great hot sauces.
Mango hot sauce.
The mango habanero.
Good.
I feel like is
mango
what
habanero. I see a lot of carrot and a lot of
Oh my
habanero
gosh,
stuff like
wow.
that. Yeah. For body, carrot also has some sweetness
mango.
too. Blueberry. I had a blueberry. Saw blueberry
Yeah,
ghost pepper.
I've definitely
hot sauce.
heard of that
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
Apple.
Oh, that sounds good. Wow. And I see. I think that's part of it. There's some crazy ones out there.
It's fun. It's like an art form at some
100%.
point. Yeah?
And I think there's also a culture around it.
No doubt.
And I think we were kind of hinting at it when we were like being able to pull out some of those more ridiculous names from our memory. Granted, they were made up, but they were based in that there is like a form in which a lot of these hot sauce companies, especially these local hot sauce companies, tend to sort of take their things. And I feel like hot sauce is also kind of a cult in its culture. Like the people who love hot sauce are like they got the t-shirts.
I got egg. I love my hot sauce.
Yeah.
You don't know Betty's Butter Butts? You gotta try Betty's.
Oh my! They're the dudes who've got like hot sauce
holsters,
like to put
like
their stuff in
like
it.
an old western like holsters, and they bring it with them, and
they got their own knife too that they usually eat their dinner
it's
with.
freaking great, and I love that.
Yeah, it certainly has people who love it
Cult,
really
dude.
do love it. It is
truly
a cult.
is.
It is a cult.
And that's why I feel like a lot with these brands that we bring up. I feel like our while they're the most popular, they're also what these cult and this cult would call like the biggest losers.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
Like in many ways,
Tabasco. I think that's probably why I get so much hate. Is because there's so many other great local flavors and niche just combinations that have been sold whenever. Even though there's some bottles. I got this back in '86. I got 3 drops left. I'm waiting.
And isn't that the thing? It stays like your hot sauce. Like most hot sauces, there are some that are like more fresh that you really should use them quicker. But most hot sauces, most vinegar-based hot sauces, are of the ones we're talking about here, are made to last forever.
Yeah, like this was made by One Eye Marvin, and he ain't round no more. But I only got 3 drops left, so I'm saving it for when I go and get. Who knows, dude?
And it's like barrel aged or something like that for who knows how long. But, so on the topic of the brands, something we didn't really mention, and before we get to I think
the bottoms,
which a lot of those are very related. I think we have to talk about this very modern trend of sriracha.
Oh, I love sriracha. I think it's great.
Yeah,
but it's about just not hot enough. Just not hot enough.
Like
what is the one I'm thinking about?
True.
The one that where it was essentially like on strike. Yeah, a lot of those workers were on strike. Was it Huawei? Something, what I'm talking about?
I don't actually know.
Tip.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I think the most popular sriracha brand.
Yeah, like the one with the rooster on it.
Yeah, the one with the rooster on it. They stopped making it for a while.
I remember that. I remember the shortage.
I guess the chili pickers. Yeah.
The
chili farmers.
The chili farmer union
were on strike, I believe.
Really?
Don't quote me. This is just from the recesses of my brain. But the month I started eating sriracha and using sriracha is the month that all happened. And
do you think you did it?
I did it. I caused this.
Yeah, you caused this. You bought it, and it the chain of events went back.
Yeah, but
I do kind of remember the shortage a little bit.
I think it's still going on. I cannot find it anywhere I go.
Our household switched to our whatever, it's like the Meyer brand version of it.
It's not good.
It's not nearly as good. Sriracha to me is all flavor.
no spice.
Well, I mean, it's got some spice, but I'm eating it for the flavor.
Good flavor. Not gonna lie.
Incredible flavor, and I want that flavor on my spicy noodles. I want that flavor on even tacos or a sandwich or something like that. It's really good. It has a brightness to it, and I love that one because you could taste the fermentation.
It's just, unfortunately, to me it lacks a lot of that punch that I'm looking for when I'm looking for a hot sauce.
It's viscous too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it stays in a line, whereas most of these,
I keep thinking viscous is watery.
No, viscous is the.
It's not anti-viscous.
It's anti-viscous. Yeah. It's viscous.
Oh my god,
just twice as viscous. It kind of like I could do like a zigzag on something, and it would zigzag would stay. And that's part of it, and that's part of the experience.
It looks beautiful,
too.
no doubt.
It has it's a gleam to it. It's like a gloss, almost in a way.
It definitely looks like some icing that you'd put on something. It's got a bright orangey red color.
Yeah. Like orange is almost like it is almost orange in a way,
but it's also red.
Brilliant.
Wow.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Next level.
Yeah. And if you kind of like smeared it thin on a piece of white paper, it'd probably be a little pink.
Wow.
Would be my guess. Yeah.
Colors. The light spectrum.
Mm-hmm. Trust us.
Yeah.
100%. Moving
sriracha.
on.
Yeah, that was
from sriracha. Tapatio. Cholula.
We could probably put these all in the. Actually, I'd probably put Valentina.
Valentina is in it. It's
like a
thing.
weird scapegoat cousin or whatever.
Cholula, El Yucateco, and Texas Pete.
Yeah.
I would say are all of that. I would say this is my favorite realm.
Yeah.
This is like my goated combo because these ones.
I think
these ones are both vinegary but also sweet with flavor. I don't know what it is.
How do you? They're amazing.
All good options.
Tapatio, great. I think a little bit more anti-viscous, yeah?
Yeah, Tapatio, anti-viscous. It is, wait, watery, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more
what does that mean?
And same with Cholula. It's like that same sort of thing.
Yeah.
But Cholula, bro, it's got the wooden cap.
It's got the wooden cap. It's got the graphic that you're looking for.
We have that beautiful woman on front.
Yo, you know it.
And you
doing the little dance? Yeah.
Is she? I thought she had something in her arms.
I can't remember. I thought it was like the little one doing the. You look it up. My phone.
Texas Pete. Texas Pete's doing the dance. Cholula is like a beautiful,
holding the basket.
Beautiful woman. And she's holding a basket. And
Cholula.
That's Cholula.
Cholula.
I look up Cholula and it comes up with a bunch of ladles. I'm definitely not searching Cholula right. Cholula.
Well, I think Cholula also has that. It has the flavor so distinct where you're not really losing it to the vinegar as much as like when I feel like when we talk about the extra vinegary hot sauces, Tabasco is the one that comes to mind.
Oh, it's like the criminal offender.
Yeah.
You see the Cholula woman? She's got the. I think she's just greeting you. She says, "Welcome to
Cholula.
Flavor." She says, "Hello."
Yeah, hello. She says hello.
Hello. This is my.
And we say hello back.
And we do say hello back. Dude, the wooden cap, you can't beat it.
You can't beat it.
The flavor of Cholula is sort of the same at least to me. Texas Pete also Texas Pete also blends into like Louisiana hot sauce, Flash Crystal, which is also sort of this vinegary, very classic, very American, very diner level hot sauce.
No doubt.
Like would go so good on some eggs and hash browns.
Yeah. Wow.
Like that is where it would be perfect.
No, the one we didn't talk about, I think we lumped it in that category. It's El Yucateco.
Yeah.
Wow.
Flavor, spice,
hot,
fresh.
I think when I look at the list that we got, this is probably the most probably at the top of the list in like spice and like heat, as well as flavor. It might be my favorite hot sauce. I think
really?
it is. Yeah.
Because they got a lot of flavors. I feel like anytime I go to, there's a specific restaurant. Shout out
habanero one.
Nina's Augusta. Every time I go there, they have those on the table. But yeah, which flavors?
Habanero. They got a green one. Verde.
Do you remember the black one?
I think that's what I have.
That's
too.
like to me.
All of them are so. I've tried every single one. Let me look up.
I remember as a kid seeing that black hot sauce. It was just like on the table.
Oh, that one is the
I was just like, what?
They're all so good.
They are so good. I really do think it's
chili habanero.
Yeah, the flavor's there. The flavor is there. And the spice is there. And the uniqueness is there. They're the only ones kind of doing it in that style and still doing it to this day.
And like typical hot sauce bottle, it's like you can't.
Yeah, it's so undescript.
It's literally like you could see it from a mile away, not know what it is, but also know exactly what it is. 'Cause it's like, I don't know. I feel like the branding of it is not like. It's not as beautiful as the others. Does that make sense?
It's so simple, but like it's just the brand, right?
It's
just like the El Yucateco and like a blue sort of
just
like
colors and like text. To where there's no really. They're really the main focus of this El Yucateco is the flavor.
Yep. Oh man, and with the colors, like I'm looking at these now, dude. Like the green is so green. The black is this Icarus dark color,
scary, almost warning you.
It literally, dude. And that is not even their hottest flavor. It says medium on it, and so I just think that's beautiful. Shout out El Yucateco.
Yeah. Truly, I think it's
moving on to its cousin.
Favorite one, no doubt. Go ahead.
Valentina.
Oh, how do we forget,
dude?
Wow.
Valentina.
Oh my gosh.
Scrap everything we just said. Everything I just said was a lie. Valentina is the king.
Dude, so good.
Why is it creamy? Like, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I could drink it. I could drink
It's
Valentina.
Sweet, and it's hot, and the flavor
is incredible. It's incredible.
It is exceptional.
Oh my god, it's so
good.
And
you were telling me you were telling me earlier what do you have in your fridge?
Yeah, so I have Valentina in the fridge, both the black label, orange label. I'm sure you know both. I think black label is just extra hot.
It's like extra hot.
And when I was in Riviera Maya, down south of the border, I went to a it was Xcaret is a essentially just like what do they call that? Like a resort.
Yeah.
A resort-esque like place you just go and they have a little bit about the culture of the people that were there. The indigenous peoples. Yeah. As well as some of the nature stuff. So you could do like nature walks, and they also have a massive coliseum which they do a beautiful theatrical show where they will run down all about the states of Mexico, and just each state will essentially do a 5-minute theater, and it's a beautiful show full of music and culture.
Wow.
Love it.
That sounds awesome.
But as I was sitting in this massive theater in the stands, filled with just natives of the region, I typically, when I go to a theater or show here in America, like in just the U.S., I'm seeing popcorn.
Right.
I guess the popcorn of that region is a big jar of like a kettled potato chip, absolutely doused, like slathered, painted in Valentina.
Wow.
And it's like it's just a big bucket of kettled chips.
And do they give you the bucket, or is they scoop it and then?
It was just like what I saw. It was just pre-bucketed already, and they just have Valentina there, and you put as much on as you want. But as looking around, like, what are all these people ingesting? What is this that I've never seen here in the U.S.? And let me tell you, that has changed my world. That is now my favorite snack when it comes to snacking. It's just a bag of kettled chips, and I got my Valentinas. I got 3 of them loaded up, because I will never run out.
Ooh.
Can never. But as I don't want to say like a culture shock, but definitely something that's like, wow, this is like not something I would have ever thought to do. But this hot sauce Valentina, this amazing blend of spices and the concoction that you make this hot sauce with, can go on truly anything.
Oh my god! I'm thinking about crushing that up and like putting that on tacos, like a little bit of spicy chip soaked in Valentina on tacos.
You gotta. You never tried the chip and the chip and the dip?
You know what? The chip and the dip. You know what I used to do? I used to take hot sauce and like open up like a bag of Doritos and then shake that up.
Yum.
That would be my thing. But dude, I've never doused I would do like a sprinkling. I never doused. I never
Douse it. You're
slathered.
getting your fingers messy.
Like, okay, I think that's what I've always been scared of as a kid.
I guess what I used to do is I would just get a big bowl of it and I dip a chip in the Valentina, essentially use it as a dip.
Man, I've never done that. That sounds good though.
Also, I've heard Valentina goes good on just popcorn.
Yeah, I think that's what interesting is because Valentina as a texture, it's not wet, like it's not watery in that it would make the chip super soggy. It would kind of just like cling to the outside.
It doesn't get unless you like let it sit for like 4 hours.
Right, and then eventually it'll reach through.
The crunch and the saltiness and the grease of the chip.
I could already like taste
really
it.
like, man, that Valentina is just like, it's so comforting in that aspect, and it's so good.
My first time having Valentina was at a pizza joint in Florida, visiting my grandparents, and it was just at every table. He says it's great. Like, I love Valentina. The restaurant owner. This is some of the best pizza I ever had. I don't think it exists anymore. Village Idiot Pizza. On the sign it says, "If you're allergic to garlic, get out of here."
That's hilarious.
And then, so great restaurant. Valentina, I can see it at the end of the table. And as a kid, I love hot sauce. And I take that thing on the pizza, bite on the pizza, like hot sauce on pizza, incredible, wonderful. And it was what made me first like eating crust, because I would pour out the hot sauce, dip my crust in there.
Wow, I gotta try that. That's something. Look, something new for us to both try.
I'll
try some Valentina pizza. You try some chip and dip.
You know what would be good though?
What?
Valentina's.
Yeah.
As the sauce base, just a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And let the cheese and the bread kind of like something chemical will happen if you kind of have those things together. Yeah. That sounds
something
good.
beautiful will happen.
You're like a buffalo chicken pizza, but Valentina.
Yeah, no doubt. Wow, that sounds incredible.
Yeah.
Talk about great flavor.
And that's
maybe like some sausage on top or something.
Oh my god! Yeah, some crumbled, yummy sausage and chorizo. That would be a little spicy, bro. Ooh, and then like some bell peppers, onions, some freshness there might be kind of nice. Oh,
Valentina pizza coming up. That's
our next episode.
That's the next episode.
I think at the core of this that's what we're talking about. Hot sauce is about elevating.
It makes, in my opinion, it makes everything better.
Oh, 100%. Even I've had ice cream with some hot sauce on it, bro. Wow. No, nothing wrong with it. Spice it up. Maybe cookies is where I draw the line, but I'd still have to see that.
I'm sure there's probably one cookie that probably works.
Oh, it's out there. It's out there. You just have to show us, Kalamazoo.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it. I don't know anything else besides, like, if you don't like hot sauce, start small and build your way up to some of these beautiful flavors, because truly it's a tool to elevate any and all dishes.
Join the cult, folks.
Join the cult
of hot sauce.
I feel like cult's typically like a rougher term to use, but gosh,
this one's a good one.
This is the term to use a cult for, because this is what you want to join. Hot sauce, so good.
We want you, Kalamazoo Nation. Join the hot sauce.
We need you. We do want you, and you want it, even if you don't know it. Let me tell you, like a lot of those, like bland, I would typically call it blander foods. Like you get a drop or two of them beautiful hot sauce on. It's like, wow, it really
make a saltina party. You know what I mean?
Yeah, anything, like truly any of those blander dishes, like rice based dishes and noodle based dishes too.
It's all about the elevation and the flavor and the spice. Dude, you're getting me hungry. We gotta get out of here. We gotta go eat. We gotta go eat, bro.
But I can't stop talking about how beautiful the hot sauce is.
As always, you can find every episode of everything we've talked about online, on our socials, on everything. You're listening to 89.1 WIDR FM.
And on 89.1 WIDR FM.
Yo, thanks for listening on the WIDR app. Shout out to all the people who eat good food out there. Remember that there are services on campus such as the Essential Needs Project that are looking out for students who need food or hygiene products or anything like that. That's available in Default Student Services. You can find more information on their website about times like that. Just a quick shout out for them. And always a shout out to eat good food. Don't waste your food. Be thankful for your food.
No doubt.
And make sure that you're feeding your friends too, because they got to eat.
Experiment, have fun. This is Kzoo Food, folks.
Hot sauce.
Peace.
Bye-bye.